I know you don't like this guy. We get it. We've heard it for a long time. But what he did was honorable. And you know what? You want to make sure he doesn't do that? Maybe have Joe Biden do it.
Maybe have the acting president do it.
Yes, whoever that happens to be. It's certainly not Kamala Harris. We celebrated the anniversary of the withdrawal from Afghanistan and memorialized those soldiers who were lost in that debacle. And here's how Donald Trump chose to spend the day. Before you ask, no, there's not a video of Joe Biden doing that. Also, before you ask, no, there's not a video of Kamala Harris doing that. I'll get to what they did here in just a minute. But before I go, and before we jump over to Mug Club, I just want to read the names of those people who were killed that day. Maxton Soviak, Ryan C. Naus, Darren T. Hoover Jr., Johanny Rosario Picardo, Nicole L. G., Hunter Lopez, Dagan W. Page, Humberto A. Sanchez, David L. Espinoza, Jared M. Schmitz, Riley J. McCollum, Dylan R. Marola, Kareem M. Nikoi. They deserved better than they got from this administration on that day. And they certainly deserve for you to give a damn enough to get your ass to Arlington Cemetery, to make sure that you paid some respect to the sacrifice they made for your incompetence. I wanted that to go out to the wider audience, because I think it's important for us to remember the people who lost their lives when we talk about this incredible failure from the Biden administration. And you guys remember when we pulled out of Afghanistan, the images and videos that we saw and all that, it was gut-wrenching. And then to see the response to this is just infuriating. So just as a reminder, here's what it looked like when we pulled out of Afghanistan.
Tonight, the deadly terror attack in Afghanistan.
The U.S. grappling with the tragic murder of 13 U.S. service members after a suicide bomb attack at the Kabul airport.
Flags tonight at half-staff to mark the deadliest day for the U.S. military in Afghanistan in a decade. All this 20 years after the 9/11 attack that led the U.S. into Afghanistan and its longest war in history. So
that was the attack that ended up killing those individuals, those service members. But here's some of the other fallout that we saw from the pullout.
And they held on.
Longer than they should have.
Not forever.
Stop!
I just wish the RPG would have gone and just see a cloud of dust. Is that bad?
I see they can't figure out the turrets.
That's true. They're hard to move.
Oh, they worked the helicopter. Pretty cool.
Not for long.
They brought in a Russian. Let's just be honest. And look, we already showed you what Donald Trump did to honor the fallen at Arlington National Cemetery. Here's what Kamala tweeted. Enjoy the long weekend.
Ooh. No, Gerald.
No. Bitch! Is that?
Just bring that back up real quick.
Bring it back. Hold on. Let's bring that back up.
Yeah, that might seem like something she'd tweet before the Afghanistan anniversary. This was actually from Memorial Day 2021 when she was telling us to enjoy the long weekend.
So
Memorial Day.
Worse.
Yeah.
If there's a worse, that's got to be okay. I'm sorry. Look, admonish me. Please admonish me.
No good, Gerald.
I want to be admonished.
Come on. Kamala deserves better.
I think she was being sarcastic, to be fair.
I'm better than that, folks.
Enjoy the long weekend.
These people are
drunkards. I know you're just going to get hammered and have hot dogs and barbecues and stuff.
I know with any kind of, when you start talking about fallen service members, you run the risk of kind of using them as a pawn in your own political game, and I don't want to do that in any sense of the word. That being said, they freak out every time Donald Trump says anything that can be slightly misconstrued as anti-military, and they try to spin that to death. Yet these, Kamala, however the hell you pronounce it, I do not care.
Yeah.
And her decrepit predecessor, Joe Biden, are directly responsible for the death of 13 soldiers and countless Afghans. Every Afghan woman that has been kicked out of school, turned into a sex slave, every interpreter that we left behind that helped us with
thousands of people,
and they are not eating any of that.
No, and I know like we've talked about Trump doing this and Kamala. I'll get down to what Kamala, whatever,
who cares?
Actually did, and no, that's not racist.
I care.
What she actually did and what President Biden did, but leftists. When Donald Trump laid the wreath at Arlington Seminary, leftists were...
Cemetery.
Did I say it again?
Yeah.
Yes.
Seminary?
You're obsessed.
It's one of those word things where you get it wrong and then you can't ever get it right.
What is a seminary?
I'll have to just keep hitting it at this point.
When Trump went to Arlington National Cemetery and laid the wreath, here was what Esquire wrote. How the hell was Trump allowed to use Arlington National Cemetery as a campaign prop? Really?
What?
He was joined in laying a wreath by service members injured in the attack. Kelsey Leinert and Tyler Vargas Andrews. I know you don't like this guy. We get it. We've heard it for a long time. But what he did was honorable. And you know what? You want to make sure he doesn't do that? Maybe have Joe Biden do it.
Maybe have the acting president do it.
Yes, whoever that happens to be. It's certainly not Kamala Harris.
I don't understand the criticism. Criticize the camera.
She's in control, but she's not in control. You know what I mean?
Criticize the media covering it. I don't understand criticizing him. There's not a single family member at that memoriam that was upset about it.
No.
There's not a single service member at that service that was upset. Not a single person at Arlington
If
was upset
Donald
about
Trump
that.
hadn't been there, nobody would have. Now, look, I
Cameras.
don't know how this has gone in years past to memorialize this particular day. So you can look into that and say, okay, well, if Donald Trump just showed up this time, would that kind of make the point a little bit more? If Kamala Harris or Joe Biden had shown up on the I don't know. But this one particular time, he decided to show up. So even if this is the first time he's done it, he decided to show up in support of these families. And it was more than anybody else in our government did. So I think it's a good thing that he did it. Biden was on vacation again in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware. He spent 40% of his presidency on vacation.
Is that a lot?
It seems like a lot. Now, I get you can run a global thermonuclear war from a lot of places.
Yeah.
But maybe be in the White House a little.
Especially when you're not the one doing it.
That's true.
But I would like to take this opportunity to say, Gerald, for the remainder of my contract, I think I'll be taking a vacation. I think that's
really.
Yeah, I think
I don't think that's how it works. That's called unemployment.
I've done 60% of it so far. I think the rest of the.
Hey, well, Trump played golf.
He did play golf. I don't mind, like, being president of the United States is one of the most stressful jobs ever.
Like, you can still
no,
work
it's not a comparison.
You can go play golf. Like, if you need to do, like, I need to do stuff to clear my head too. Like, if you want to get out and exercise and do something active for a few hours, go for it. Fine. Go play golf. I don't care.
Also, the golf course is a place where you can take a phone call.
It's true.
The 7th hole and not have cameras.
I think he fried Soleimani from the 9th green at Trump National. He's like, you got him? Hold on. Let me hit this. Boom, birdie, get him.
I don't get any credit for it.
Yeah, he's like, that was a long drive. By the way, just fried Soleimani, guys. Who wants a hot dog at the turn?
Got him in one shot. Hole in one, they say.
Here, look at the video. They already sent it to me. Oh! You can just see him doing that. Like, I don't care, but to take 40% of your presidency and be on vacation. And look, he's kind of an absent president anyway.
Well, he's always unavailable
to be on vacation. Well, yes.
Like, how much communications do we get out of Biden when he is
We don't
on
get
vacation?
much here.
Is that what we're calling hospice these days?
Again, I'm afraid.
It's cruel, gentlemen.
You all are missing the point. That's
Am I?
because Kamala's been in charge. She's been there the whole time. Where Joe was out, Kamala stepped up and took charge.
You know what? You're right.
She did it, Joe.
I did it in your name, Joe.
I'm talking to voters, Joe.
Here's kind of a funny thing, though. Trump did take aim at Biden from, I'm not even going to try to pronounce.
I put this in here so you'd have to.
Vietnamese restaurant in D.C.
Trump president.
Tong
We are the closest to World War III, I believe, that we've ever been.
I believe it.
Now, right this second. And we have a man that just took a vacation in California. He was on the beach. And he came back today Where's he going? Delaware. Why? Another vacation. He's going for another week. That's not the Vietnamese. They're hard-working people, aren't they?
Great pad thai. Love it. Is that Thai food? Pad thai?
Thai would be Thai food.
Yeah. Yeah, it's in the name.
I couldn't think of a Vietnamese thing. What is a Vietnamese?
Pho.
Pho's Vietnamese?
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know that I knew that.
For fuss sake, Gerald.
Pho, banh mi's,
Bless you.
Vietnamese
Oh,
coffee.
banh mi, good sandwich.
They got some banger food.
I've really
their coffee's
let
all right,
all
yeah.
of you down today.
Yeah.
I am sorry, but I'm not as sorry as Kamala Harris is going to be.
They're the kings of the noodle.
She did
That's the Chinese.
put this tweet out today and every day. I mourn and honor them. My prayers are with their families and loved ones. None of your prayers are with them. I'm going to stop doing the voice because it almost sounds like I'm being
doesn't pray.
disrespectful for them. My prayers are with their families and their loved one. My heart breaks for their pain and their loss. These 13 devoted patriots represent the best of America, putting our beloved nation and their fellow Americans above themselves and deploying into danger to keep their fellow citizens safe. As I have said, President Biden made the courageous and right decision to end America's longest war. Now, listen to me. I am fine with the sentiment of saying that you're praying for them and putting that out. Actions speak louder than words. Yes.
That's a copy and paste.
Yes.
I've dealt with a lot of memorials.
Yeah.
It's a copy and paste.
It sucks.
I expect better from the vice president. I'm sorry.
You
Especially if
should.
it's your fault. I expect better than what a captain can come up with on the day to present to a family. I expect better.
That was the Chat GPT version you don't even have to pay for.
Right. What did you see in the last? This I don't know if we've talked about this. As I have said, President Biden made the courageous and right decision to end America's longest war. What do you think she's doing with that?
Well, she's trying to put it onto him.
Yes.
But also, lots of false equivalences in this. He did not make the decision. Trump made the decision. He negotiated with the Taliban that it was going to happen. No one is faulting the decision. Many people thought the United States needed to get out of Afghanistan.
Well, Trump did too. He made a withdrawal deal, and then Biden.
That's what he's saying. That's what he's saying. Yeah.
Yes.
Biden botched it.
Biden botched it, and he totally went against the negotiated deal, went as soon as he wanted to, messed it up. I'm so tired of this pseudo-patriotism that they're trying to co-opt right now because they know they look fucking crazy. They're like, oh my God, if we want anybody that is anywhere towards the middle, we're going to have to pretend to love the flag. See all the American flags that were waving at the DNC? Where were those in the last 1, 2, 3 years that they were in charge? They've been in charge. They're not patriotic. They hate the country. She called it a racist institution.
I think
if you're so stupid that you vote for this, I'm sorry. I don't think the American people are this stupid, but this is unreal what they're trying to do with this gaslighting.
Well, to be fair, they did burn all the flags afterwards.
They did. And actually, when they handed out the flags, everybody knelt because they thought they were going to do the national anthem, and so they were going to kneel and everything. Like, no, stand up, guys. We're not doing the kneeling during the national anthem anymore. And, just disparaging the flag. And no, it's not going to be the Juneteenth thing. But here, I know Kamala's trying to distance herself from the decision to, pull out of Afghanistan the way that Joe Biden did, not the way that was negotiated with Donald Trump's administration. But she did say she was the last person in the room.
President Biden always said that he wants you to be the last person in the room, particularly for big decisions, just as he was for President Obama. He just made a really big decision. Afghanistan. Yes. Were you the last person in the room? Yes. And you feel comfortable? I do.
Were you the last person in the room? Yes. And you feel comfortable? Yes. She's owning that decision. She will always own that decision.
Never let that clip stop playing.
No, absolutely.
What do TikTok nurses, COVID lockdowns, and lesbian school teachers have in common? None of them will be included in this next video if you click it. It's the internet. It's a cruel, dark place. I can't promise you the world. But today, I can offer you that. And isn't that a step in the right direction?